Kushleen and today the topic I'll be talking about for Teen Talks is positivity. So here are what is an overview of what we'll be discussing in this presentation. So firstly, we'll be talking about the definition of positivity, what it is, and then secondly, we'll be going over the importance of positivity in your life. Third, we'll go over some examples of positivity. Fourth, we'll talk about the impact of positivity, how it can impact society and your community. Fifth, we'll talk about the difference between being unpractical and versus positivity. So the differences between the two. And sixth, we'll just conclude the presentation, talk about some key takeaways. And yes, so firstly, we'll talk about the definition of positivity. So here is a Google definition of positivity. So positivity, as Google states, is the practice of being or the tendency to be positive or optimistic in attitude. For example, pupils draw power from positivity of their teachers. So this basically means that positivity means thinking in an optimistic way, looking for solutions or expecting good results and success, and focusing on making life happier in a worry-free state of mind and in a happy state of mind, which looks at the bright side of life. So now we'll discuss the importance of positivity in your life and some examples relating to this. So first we'll talk about some key points that highlight basically why positivity is important in your life. So firstly, it improves your personal well-being and decreases stress. It gives you a greater chance of success and allows us to face our difficulties and have a happier life. So firstly, we'll talk about the personal well-being and decreasing of stress. So thinking in a positive way, thinking about all the positive things, even in the worst situations or worst case scenarios, really helps improve your well-being and decreases stress. And we'll go on into detail more about why, and we'll also prove it scientifically why it's better for your health. Gives you a greater chance of success. If you're thinking about the bright side of every situation, it gives you motivation to work harder, and that helps you reach your goal. And along this, we'll talk more about this in the presentation, and allows us to face our difficulties and have a happier life. So having to face a situation and having the right positive mindset and thinking about the bright side of everything allows us to face our difficulties, even no matter what you may be going through. But thinking about the positive side of everything really allows you to get through your problem in a much better way. Okay, so we'll go into some statistics. So a media analysis of more than 300 studies have shown that over 30 years of inquiry, the relationship between stress and the immune system found that the stressful events can change the immune system functioning. So basically what it's stating is that scientifically, it is so much more better to think positively than rather than taking stress. So for example, let's say you're in a very stressful situation. If you think, if it's like referred to as the flight or fight response. So if you are taking stress over long periods of time, your body releases stress hormones, and one of those stress hormones are called cortisol. And if you have high levels of cortisol in your body for long periods of time, it can increase the chance of you getting heart disease, strokes, and high blood pressure. So having stress over long periods of time can lead to serious health issues, whereas when you think positive, it prevents those situations from occurring. So since you're not having stress over long periods of time, your stress hormones are not released over long periods of time, and it doesn't cause those issues. And so same with having a greater chance. Okay, talking about a greater chance of success, our second point. So let's say you are applying for a job. There are two different people. So one we can say has a positive mindset, and the other one is not really positive and is a kind of a pessimistic person. So when we think about the pessimistic person, they're going to say, I'm not going to get this job. I don't think I will be able to get any job. This is too hard for me. I'm not qualified enough. And then they lose the motivation to work harder for getting a job. Whereas the person that has a positive mindset would have these thoughts. It's okay, even if I don't get the job, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do whatever I can to get this job. But even if I don't, I know there's something better in store for me. So having these two different kinds of mindset can really change the way someone approaches a problem. See, the positive thinking mindset allows you to work harder, motivates you, and the pessimistic mindset kind of demotivates you and doesn't allow you to work harder. So that's also having that in that case scenario, the person with positive mindset is under less stress, but even if they're under stress, it doesn't happen over a long period of time, which doesn't affect them. However, the person that has a negative mindset can affect them negatively if they don't start thinking about the positive sides of the situation. So now we'll be talking about some examples of positivity, how you can utilize them in your daily life, and some examples that you may not have even noticed that occur, and they are examples of positivity. So our first example of positivity, so just wishing someone a good morning in your family, your friends, or coworkers, or even your teachers or something, is just a simple way to spread positivity in the morning. And having a good start to the day obviously leads to a better a better day in general. So just a simple good morning is a great way to start the day and spread some positivity in your environment. Second example, so we've talked about this quite a bit. So in a tough situation, you try to think about the light in the dark tunnel. So if you think about the positives in the situation, it really helps you deal with the problem much better. So our third example of positivity, so appreciate what you have, not what you could have gotten. So what you have with you, like it could be anything, such as grades. If let's say a student scores a B plus on the test, they should be happy about how hard they worked for that B plus, and not think about, oh, I could have gotten an A or an A minus. A B plus sounds is not good enough. Be happy with what you have, and just think about how hard you worked for it. So the student worked really hard, let's say for the B plus, and instead of thinking that they could have gotten higher, they should say that maybe next time what they're going to do in order to achieve that higher grade is and list some strategies what they're going to do, and that will really change the way they think and motivate them to work harder. If they're going to think that they could have gone higher every time, it's just going to demotivate them, and in the end, in the long run, it could lead to um, it, it won't allow them to achieve their goals. So having them to think in a positive mindset is a greater chance of success, as previously talked about. And our example 4 is to motivate and encourage those around you. So like I said, if if someone else is dealing with a situation, or if they're dealing with tough times, just motivating them, encouraging them to get through the problem, just some words of encouragement, or even a simple compliment. Giving someone a simple compliment is a great way to just brighten their day. I know I've received I remember one or two compliments I've received were like years ago, and I still remember them, and it still makes me smile. So even these small compliments can brighten someone's day, and they remember it for so long. So it kind of makes them it motivates them, and it also gives them like just like positive feelings, makes them feel better. And in these tough situations, when they know that there's someone there motivating them and encouraging them, it pushes them forward. And our last example, but not the least, obviously, is giving someone just a simple smile. So just smiling to someone, even if you don't know them. Like I know once my dad and I were going to Walmart, and he just smiled at someone, and I asked him, "Do you know this person?" And he said no, but he was smiling at me, and I gave him a smile back. So, and then ever since then, I've been smiling whenever I can to anyone, because it just spreads so much positivity. And from that day when my dad said, "No, I don't know him, but a simple smile, what does it hurt?" So that's just brighten someone's day, just a simple smile. So what it means to me. So positivity means a lot to me, and it's a big part of my life. So I try to stay positive in every situation, and I also try to make everyone around me feel the same way. And during COVID-19 has positivity has been more important than ever. And during COVID-19, I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make an impact in my community. I wanted to spread positivity during these unprecedented and really tough times. So I thought what I could do, staying like we were in lockdown, we were stuck at home, and I wanted to do something, even though if I was stuck at home. And then that's when it came to me. I can do something through social media. It's such a big platform, and it's a great way to connect, stay connected with everyone, and spread positivity through such a platform, even in these such times. So that's when it came to me that I would create a club that would intend to spread positivity, and that's one of our club's main goals even today. It was made in July 2020, like the midst of the pandemic, and it was so our club is basically a dance club, and we post videos every week. We try to post videos every week of our cultural dance, and we also post quote videos. So quote videos would have positive quotes to just brighten your day, or just to make you feel that, oh wow, there is something to keep me going. So this club is intended to just spread positivity through our community and in our society as much as we can. And I've seen it really. I think when I think about the impact it's made, it's not a lot, but it when a couple of people come up to me and they're like, "Oh, the Kushleen, this is an amazing idea. Kushleen, this is really positive, and it's really nice." And then I think that I was able to do something in the pandemic that makes that's able to spread positivity to everyone, to my friends, to my family, to my peers. And it's just been like really nice to know that I was able to do something that something that means so much to me. I was able to do it and share it with others. So now we'll talk about the impact. How can positivity impact society? How can it impact those around you? So it makes you happier and more successful. Even if we talk about when we were talking about how you can give a compliment or encourage others, it can really impact their lives and just make the society and community a more positive place. If everyone is able to think about the light in the dark tunnel, we're able to overcome so many issues, so many barriers. And I feel in general, the environment for everyone will be so positive. It will be a much better place to live if everyone is able to think even just a little bit positive thinking in your day can really make an impact on someone's life, can motivate them. So I know in the pandemic, it's really impacted a lot of people, including me. I was demotivated to work. I wasn't able to, was always feeling tired and never wanted to do anything. And just those little words of encouragement really can make someone's day and help them move forward. And that's how I was able to bring myself up, bring the courage to get up and do something for the community. And I feel that with everyone, if you're able to do just even the smallest things, it can make a really big impact in their life, and it can make them more successful and live a happier life, because in the end you just want to live a happy life, right? So just those kind words of encouragement can really make someone happy, and that's the goal of life, being happy and being successful, and positivity can really make a push towards that. So now we'll discuss the difference between being impractical and positivity. So these are two different situations. Positivity is thinking about the light, thinking about the positive aspects, having a bright mindset for situations. But being impractical is thinking about something that may not occur, and it can impact you in a negative way. So, for instance, if let's say um you've cheated your way through a math test. It's the small example, and you think um you won't get caught, and this isn't being impractical. If you've cheated off something and your teacher knows the way your teacher knows what kind of a student you are. They know how you work, how your writing is, how you structure your arguments. Then the teacher will find out if you've cheated or not. And this is being impractical in bad situations. So having positive mindset is good, but having realistic thoughts is also having really important. So being practical but having a positive mindset is really crucial. So just one thing to keep in mind, and yeah, just a little bit of positivity can make a difference. So now I'll just conclude the presentation with some things we can take away from this presentation. So some key takeaways. So just some key points I want you guys to take away from the presentation. It's your choice to be positive. It's not a thing that comes naturally, and it's a choice. So make sure to implement it, but even in the simplest ways. So even though it doesn't come naturally, having to implement it in your daily lives can really make a difference, and those around you. It's beneficial to mental and physical health, as we've mentioned. The prolonged um, prolonged effects of stress can lead to severe issues, which is why it's beneficial to think positive for your mental and physical health. And just as I mentioned before, it keeps others happy, keeps you happy, and has a greater chance of success, motivates everyone, and it's just a really great positive environment that can really impact your life. And I would like to end off this presentation with a quote. So it is, train your mind to see the good in everything. Positivity is a choice. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. By Paul Walker. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time.